working on this video today. We got to carry in lunch here, and but I decided to tell you a story. And this is going to be a story about our last time to go to Chili's restaurant. It's about a half-mile down the road from here, and it's fairly handy and whatnot. And this was just after we moved here about 10 years ago, and we were looking around for some place that we'd like to go eat out occasionally, and that seemed to be a nice place until we had a chance to really find out what it is all about. But at any rate, it's a Dallas-based company that was formed in an attempt to appeal to both families and the Dallas yuppie crowd. Just inside the door to the right was the bar, and that's where all the yuppies would come to unwind after a day at the office and everything. And they had nice drinks, great margaritas, and they also had a great bar menu. They had 3 or 4 kinds of soup there with side salad for $5, and the prices were right. And they had chicken wings and tacos and shrimp scampi, and that would have been our favorite place to eat, except it was the smoking section of the restaurant. And this was back in the day when they could have smoking in restaurants as long as they had a separate non-smoking section, which is stupid because the smoke would drift over there anyway. But that was their smoking section. Then the other side was the family section, and it was set up for families obviously with little kids. And it had long booths that started right at the door, went down the front, around the corner, and down the other side. That was about 6 or 7 feet long each booth was, and it would seat several kids in there and their parents. And then it had a few 4-person tables out there. Frida was in her travel chair, and it would roll right up under a table, and just like a regular chair. But we got in there and this particular day, and the bar was full of smoke, and so we went to the family side, and there's none of those tables available, so they seated her at the end of one of those booths with her wheelchair sticking out in the aisle. And right behind me was this family that I think they had 4 kids in there, and we ordered, and about the time our food came, this boy about 6 decided that he wanted to abuse me. So he started tapping me on the shoulder saying, "Hey man, hey man, hey man, hey man." And I ignored him, and then he grabbed me by the ear and tried to turn my face around to where he could talk to me. So I turned around and I looked at him and I said, "Son, did your folks ever tell you about stranger danger, about mean men who do nasty things and bad things to little boys?" And he says, "Uh-huh." I says, "That's me. And when I get through eating here, I'm going to come back for you." Oh man, I guess I went overboard a little bit there, and he started screaming, and "That man's going to take me, that man's going to take me," and his dad on the other side of the table jumped up, and that guy, he was big. He looked like he ought to be a linebacker for the Dallas Cowboys, and he wanted a piece of me, and I actually had this cap on, and here he was, one 80-year-old fat man, veteran, who'd been a master sergeant, and he was wanting to fight me. And his wife got between us, and she says, "Honey, don't do that. You know how you are when you get mad, and you remember what the judge said if you were ever in court again for fighting." So evidently he had a record, and But it was quite an uproar in there, and the manager and wait staff got over there and got in between us, and the manager led us to the door and handed us our food and a takeout and said, "Will you folks please leave?" Well, we left and never went back. So I noticed the last time I was by there that it was dark and trash in the driveway, no signs up it or anything, but it looked like it was closed. And I read in the papers that they had declared or had applied for bankruptcy for the chain, so it looks like they aren't going to survive the pandemic. But at any rate, that's my story for the day. So God bless America, God bless Texas, and you folks have a great day, and